Good day, this is Ray. Today is Saturday, January the 7th, 2023. For me, another day of social distancing. Hope that you, your family, friends, and loved ones are doing well, staying safe. Today is going to be a day of studying, and I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about actually until this morning when I went to go pick up groceries. So if you hadn't followed my story, so to speak, diagnosed with lupus back in May of 2019, hospitalized 6 times due to complications of lupus, incurred a lot of debt, medical debt, consumer debt, student loan debt, all those things. By the time I started to tackle my debt, I had realized that I accumulated $97,000 of debt. As of today, I'm at $68,000 in consumer debt, and still working on that. You know, one of the difficult things is about budgeting is that I can see how easy it would be to go back to the way things were, where I made money and I thought I was doing my best to spend it the right way, but was actually just digging myself further into debt. And so what I noticed when I went grocery shopping this morning is that I live close to darn near everything. I live close to a lot of grocery stores, a lot of restaurants, to fast food joints, specialty stores, entertainment, movie theaters, shopping malls, home improvement stores, basically anything you would need from where I live is in a 2 to 5 mile radius. Now, me, prior to budgeting, would have been tempted by all those things. You know, just go out and be able to shop, and you know, whatever money I had, I would be able to get it. And I think my biggest vice was fast food, and maybe even restaurants and things like that. Not so much restaurants, but definitely fast food, and maybe just quick trips to the grocery store, things like that. Well, that's all changed, because when I budget, especially the type of budgeting I do zero-based budgeting, which means every dollar I have is assigned a function. So it could be that some of that money is assigned to my mortgage, some of it's assigned to my HOA, some of it is assigned to my internet, auto insurance, debt payments, whatever. Some of that money is assigned to my medical spending, to groceries, to supplements, to fuel. I do have, a small budget for eating out, but I rarely use it. You know, most of the time that money is rolling over month after month, and it's not being used, which is fantastic. So because of budgeting, even though I have a lot of conveniences around me, I don't utilize. I don't go to the specialty stores, to the hardware stores, all the stuff. It's there, and I'm very aware of it. But because I don't budget for it, and I don't have any like miscellaneous spending, I do have a miscellaneous spending category, but that's rarely used as well. I can see how tempting that would be if I wasn't budgeting, and you know, that's definitely one of the things I want to encourage you to do when you start budgeting, to see those conveniences as inconveniences, and that it could become a trap again to go back into debt, to go further into debt. You know, ultimately, of course, I'm trying to get out of consumer debt, but I'm also, looking ahead and wanting to build a full emergency fund. I'm working on this year, and the first few months is to get my emergency fund back to a level where I'm more comfortable of accelerating my debt pay down. But then after that, after I get my consumer debt completely paid off, that I want to have a full emergency fund enough to be able to cover a year's worth of expenses, and then after that, pay off my mortgage within a shorter period of time than I'm anticipating. I'm just now celebrating my 1 year anniversary of becoming a homeowner, and I could see that it's possible to be able to pay off the home in 10, 15 years. That's definitely one of my goals. And, to be able to retire and not have to worry so much about the future expenses and, potentially going into a senior citizen home and being able to afford that and not leave any debt behind. So, that's the goal. So, once again, I live close to a lot of stuff, close to everything. It is convenient and it's inconvenient at the same time. But, because I'm budgeting, it has restricted me and limited me to being able to just spend money crazily and just go further into debt. That's not something I'm doing. That's not something I'm going back to. Now that I'm on this path and I've been budgeting for, it'll be almost 2 years this summer that I've been budgeting and sticking to it, that it's made a tremendous difference. And the fact that I'm able to afford to be a homeowner and dealing with the fluctuations of electricity and gas bills. I don't necessarily have to worry about my water bill because that's tied into my HOA, and garbage and trash. I don't have to worry about that so much. That's tied into my HOA. But those fluctuations I'm able to deal with, making less than 6 figures a year, is a testament to being a strict and diligent budgeter. And that's what and I know I kind of talk about that more than I talk about lupus. Yesterday, I was in a lot of pain. Had a runny nose, a headache all day, all night. It was itchy, body pain, all that stuff. And that is part of dealing with lupus. But I can imagine having to deal with lupus and not have a hold of my finances. I'm truly grateful for that. And I'm going to end my video now. I'm not just going to keep on harping on the same thing. But if you made it this far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and when I post my videos, which is normally on Saturdays. And I will see you soon. I hope you all take care.